Hey guys, what's up? It's the Rookie Revolution back with another video, and today we've got a very special guest in Mike Lewis. A while back, me and Mike Lewis did a look back on Rivals 2 and looked at all the pairs and recasted them to try and make the season and cast better. Well, today, me and Mike are back again doing it for Battle of the Exes 2. Exes 2 has a lot of great pairs and is a great season, but there are some pairs that we feel like we can improve on, or just add new ones altogether. With these changes, we hope that we can make an already top tier season an even better one. So some of these pairings won't be changing, such as Bananas and Nani, Avery and Johnny, Zach and John A, Knight and Jemmy, and Adam and Brittany. Like last time, I will be putting me or Mike's logo in the top right corner of whoever is talking at that certain point. Another thing that we want to mention is that the casting has to be realistic for the time period, so around 2015. Me and Mike have done a lot of research to make sure that they at least got called for the season, and if someone had a hard decline, they just wouldn't be put on our cast because it wouldn't be realistic. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take the money and run, TJ.
I'll win every fight.
Rookie Revolution.
This is a game!
Since it was just recently the 10-year anniversary of the Real World back to Las Vegas, we're going to be starting with the pair consisting of two of those roommates. Take it away, Mike.
For this pairing, we'll be taking a look back at this season's first boot, Dustin and Jessica. I think we could all agree that seeing Dustin go out like this wasn't a great sight to see. His partner Jessica weighed him down and cost them the game in their elimination.
All right, guys, you ready?
That's why we'll be replacing her with Cook. Adding Cook to this cast instantly is an upgrade over Jessica and makes this female side even more competitive. We think that her and Dustin together would be a crazy dynamic, as at the time they weren't on the best of terms due to Dustin's ex hating Cook. On the Real World back to Las Vegas, Cook and Dustin had a flirtation and even ended up kissing. We think that they'd be a very big target and potentially thrown into a lot of eliminations, but they'd be a very strong team and a dark horse. I mean, after all, Dustin is my guy, so I have to look out for him here by giving him a strong partner.
Dude, thank you, bro.
Next up, we have Kellyanne and Wes. Now, Kellyanne is going to replace Teresa as Wes's partner. Kellyanne and Wes are a very well-known challenge relationship, and quite honestly, it was a bit of a weird one.
How did you guys get together? How did you become BFs?
Started when he insulted me, and I just couldn't resist him after that.
They actually had a very serious relationship, which lasted for quite a bit of time. They were both in a weird situation on the ruins due to them being in a house with both of their serious exes.
You got Wes, who dated Johanna. You got Wes now dating Kellyanne, that's Kahuta's ex. Awkward.
We really always liked these two together, although we felt that their relationship was a bit forced at times. Kellyanne even said that Wes was a rebound that lasted longer than it should have, which, I mean, ouch. With everything said, they really would have worked well together in our opinion. They were very civil on Rivals 3, and we just completely feel like Wes and Kellyanne would be able to communicate very well. And as well as Wes did with Teresa, we feel he possibly could have done even better with Kellyanne. All in all, this just seems like a huge missed opportunity.
Next up, we'll be swapping Teresa and Leroy together. Now, these two actually paired up and ran the final together in real life after Nia was disqualified. Teresa and Leroy had a romance on Rivals 2 that soured over sometime after Rivals 2, after Leroy revealed he originally wanted Jimmy. And Teresa's burn vote that kind of maybe screwed over Leroy just a bit.
I don't want to tick anyone off, so the best thing for me to do is just throw our vote away. Leroy and Ty.
She says Leroy and Ty. What?
Girl that's sleeping with Leroy would throw out his name first. Ty and Leroy. Leroy and Ty.
Holy. All right, Leroy and Ty, can you please come up here?
It also made Leroy an enemy of Wes.
Leroy's a trash man. He's used to picking up other men's garbage.
We think this would have given Leroy his best female partner he's ever had based off of how Teresa performed this season. Leroy probably avoids more eliminations in this scenario than he had to endure in real life, and this makes for another strong pairing.
Next up, we have Sarah and Alton. Now, Alton will be replacing Jordan as Sarah's partner, because quite honestly, we feel as if Jordan had better options, as you will see later. Sarah and Alton had a fling type of relationship on Battle of the Seasons 2, and it felt really genuine. I can't really place it, but it felt different than a lot of the relationships we see form on the show. The relationship actually felt like adults getting to know each other than meeting and hooking up right away.
Okay.
say, if I have to say it, Alton and I, some kind of romantic connection.
Sarah honestly completes a picture for me of what it is I can see my life as being.
Unfortunately, their relationship didn't last too long, but this pair would have been a top tier team in terms of competitiveness. I mean, we all know what Alton can do. He's literally an animal. And Sarah originally won the season. We think these two will balance each other out very well, and Sarah would keep Alton's head mentally in the game.
So now, you're probably wondering, where does Jordan go? Well, his partner is Nia. Now you're probably wondering, what? Nia and Jordan? Exes? Not rivals? Well, take it back to the real world. When Nia first arrived in the house, she had some pretty interesting experiments she wanted to prove when it came to Jordan.
I want to see how Jordan reacts when he's in an uncomfortable situation. I'm flirting with Jordan because it's all part of my scheme.
And the two actually made out a few times. This same criteria was used when pairing Sarah and Jordan, so why not have it pair Nia and Jordan as well? We think it'd be a really fun dynamic and a bunch of fireworks, and based off of Nia's performances in the dailies that season, we feel it'd be interesting in how Jordan handles having her as a partner.
We do just want to add that we do not condone the way they treated each other at all. Next up, we got Darrell and Rachel. And you were probably thinking, Darrell and Rachel hooked up? Well, the very simple answer is yes. Way back on their Road Rules season, Campus Crawl, they had a bit of a fling. Rachel actually took a break from her girlfriend for him, although it didn't really go anywhere in the long run. It's kind of crazy because these two both accepted the call for this season and they both weren't used. This makes me really upset because I just don't understand it. Two legends and two of the best to ever play not being used is just mind-boggling to us, and it would have added so much to the season.
Okay, so in real life, there were two real-world explosion rookie teams, Tom and Haley and Jenna and Jay. We know Jenna and Jay made the final of the season mostly due to the fact that they were labeled layups, but they really brought nothing else to the table elsewhere.
Jay, are you crying? You guys are terrible. There's some people that are made for the challenge, and then there's you guys.
I think most people would agree that their real-world season was built around Corey and Jenny, who will be replacing both teams with. Looking at present day, Corey is an MTV golden child. They love him. He looks like one of the soon-to-be faces of the challenge, and this is exactly what they hoped for him when coming off of his real world. Corey and Jenny hooked up night one of their real world and had a little showmance until Jenny's ex Brian showed up. This created a divide, and Corey and Brian got into it a few times.
That's your maturity level, not mine. Chill out, bro. Chill out.
Seeing them kind of go at it makes me feel warm inside. I don't want them to get along.
Jenny is TV gold and actually athletic.
You're pushing me to a level of insanity.
Don't wave that knife around while you're talking to me. You are insane.
She stated on my podcast that she was tried for with Corey for Exes too.
When they were asked me twice to come back on the challenge.
We think most would agree that this would be a tremendous rookie addition and a massive upgrade over the other two real-world explosion rookie teams.
We were contemplating about what we should do about DM and CT. We don't want to talk too much about it, but when the season was first casting several years ago, we both thought that Laurel would have been a great partner for CT. But in the end, we think DM is an angel and we wouldn't change a thing. Even if Laurel were to come in as a replacement, CT would have never stayed, and that was the right decision. So we wanted to mention Laurel, but we are obviously not changing CT and DM.
Replacing Tom and Haley will be Rob and MURREY. Now at this moment in time, these two would have been broken up, which would have produced an interesting dynamic. MURREY being added to this season would add to an already explosive group of people and would be a fan favorite addition. These two met on the Real World St. Thomas and were instantly inseparable. They had lots of ups and downs, but in the end had a genuine connection. Rob, we also feel, was robbed after Rivals 2 and not given a proper challenge ending. He stated on my podcast a couple weeks ago, he was called for this and accepted and just wasn't used.
There's a belief that you were called for Exes 2.
So I will say, I was asked my interest and availability, and I always answered yes. It just never came to fruition.
Rob had gotten in tremendous shape and runs for a living, so we feel he'd be a huge threat. We think adding them would be a great addition.
Okay, so these last two are going to be the alternates of the season. We have Chris T and Shanley, and Trey and Laura. Let me start with Chris T and Shanley. These two are from Are You the One Season 1 and were instantly inseparable. They had a magnetic connection and were practically in love by night 2. Well, they found out in the game they weren't compatible and they both had a major freak out. In the game, you need to find matches, and Chris and Shanley kind of refused to look for them, as they were so insanely stuck on each other. It made for a messy relationship and good TV. Although they didn't end on good terms at all, Chris's use of the word chillin' just didn't help anything.
I'm chillin'. Chillin', dog. I'm chillin', dog. I'm chillin'. I'm chillin'. I'm chillin'. Chillin'. Chill out. Chill. We're chillin'. I'm chillin'. I'm literally chillin'. I'm chillin'. I don't think people understand, like, damn, maybe Chris is just chillin'. I'm really just chillin'.
These two would have been so dysfunctional, and we were just upset they weren't on the final cast. And then we got Trey and Laura from the Real World St. Thomas. These two, in our opinion, were just a little toxic. Laura was extremely in love with Trey, and Trey kind of took advantage of that. Trey had a girlfriend at home and would play both of them a little bit. Yet Trey would get mad when Laura even looked at another dude.
Why did you even tell me? That's why I don't drink.
The best way to describe the relationship is Gus and Nilsa from Floribama Shore. Gus/Trey is the do no wrong type, while Laura/Nilsa would always get hurt in the end. With all of that said, they did seem fine by the end, and honestly, me and Mike both really like them. We really do think they could have been an interesting team on the show, and we both feel like Trey wasn't utilized enough on the challenges. So here is me and Mike's new full Battle of the Exes 2 cast. Also, subscribe to Mike's channel for some great challenge podcasts, link in the description. I'm serious, you really don't want to miss out on the interviews he does. Thank you all so much for watching. Comment down below if you guys want me and Mike to do any more recasts of seasons, and also comment down some predictions on how you think our cast would have done on Battle of the Exes 2. Does anything change? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at RookieRevo, link in the description. I got some very big videos coming up, so stay tuned for that. Thank you all again for watching, and until next time, take care.